Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's the Rebel Yell podcast on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We are here in kind because of the great work of our friends at Edgar Snyder and Associates, sponsor of the podcast, sponsor of all of our postseason stuff on Trib Live High School Sports Network. Go local, go with Edgar. They've been doing this thing, helping injured people since 1982. If you have any issues, give them a call or check out their website, edgarsnyder.com. Well, one more week of high school basketball in the state of Pennsylvania. We have reached the Final Four, and it's time to salute our WPIAL girls basketball player of the week, young Taylor McCullough, outstanding sophomore for Peters Township. The Indians keep rolling along in the postseason. First, it was the district playoffs. Now it's the state playoffs, and we'll talk a lot of Indians hoops with Taylor McCullough. Taylor, we appreciate your time. Congratulations on all your and your team's success.
Yeah, thank you.
Kind of amazing, now, from an outsider, that you guys have had as much success as you had. You guys had to fight down to the last section night of the regular season. You guys were going up against rival Bethel Park, and it was a win-and-you're-in game. You guys were tied for fourth place. Winner gets fourth place in a playoff berth. Loser gets to watch the postseason from home. It was that close, and you guys have been on fire since. Has there been something that kicked in, starting with that Bethel Park game, but what has kicked in? What has changed that has really made you guys one of the elite teams again in 5A girls hoops?
Yeah, I just think at the beginning of the year, we definitely lost Natalie Wetzel and then Daniela last year. Definitely was a big loss for us, especially height wise. But coming in this year, we definitely were not nervous, but we didn't have as much height, so we definitely knew that we weren't going to be one of ranked the top as we were last year.
Right.
But I think from at the beginning of the year, our defense wasn't very organized. We kind of were all over the place. And then by the end of the year, I think we all kind of came together and we're we need to figure this out before stuff bad happens. So I think we finally figured it out and finally came together as a team and made it work.
When you say figure it out, do you mean the entire aspect of everybody's game with the Indians, or are you talking again specifically about what you mentioned with the defense?
I think just entirely. I think we just weren't organized at all, and we wouldn't be in help at all. It was kind of just like a 1v1, and if we got beat, we would just be beat completely.
So you mentioned the adjustment. You guys were definitely one of the premier teams, WPIAL champions a year ago, knocking off South Fayette. They were trying to win, I think, their 122nd championship in a row last year. You guys knocked them off. Then they got you back in the state playoffs. But and a great rivalry was born. But you guys had the bullseye on your chest all of last year. So you mentioned a lot of talent lost to graduation, including our 2025 WPIAL Girls Basketball Player of the Year, Natalie Wetzel, who we were talking about before we got started. So adjustments, as you mentioned, did you guys, was the coaching staff kind of warning you guys that, hey, we're kind of starting from scratch here because of the talent we lost and the style that we can no longer play with that kind of height? And is that something that you and your teammates maybe struggled a little bit to buy into?
Yeah, I think that our coaches definitely still had faith in us. But I think we definitely obviously lost a lot. So we all had to take different portions of what we did last year and make it bigger this year. We need to take a bigger role, especially the people that are coming back from last year. Yeah, I just think overall we had to step up a little bit bigger more this year.
Well, you mentioned, finding your game. that really kind of helped turn things around. And you guys, I mentioned the Bethel Park game. You guys had won your 4 previous games, including 3 in the section, beating Trinity, Albert Gallatin, and Uniontown leading up to that do or die game. You guys were really behind the 8 ball. Was there a turning point? Was there a game? Was there a practice where you felt that things were starting to click and that the success you guys had a year ago was going to be again coming back moving forward?
Yeah, I think it was the game or before we just started, or the practice before we just started going on our winning streak. Our coach actually like talked to us and was like, "We just need to play for each other. We have nothing to lose." And obviously, we weren't coming out how we wanted to be coming out before that. And I think we all just like connected as a team and just worked together, and it finally came out what we've been working through.
Were there any X's and O's changes that kicked in during that? What I think was you ended the regular season on a 6-game win streak. Anything like that, or was it just more of a just blocking out some of the mental distractions and refocusing?
Yeah, I think it was just mental and refocusing, honestly. I think like we have the talent. I think we definitely have the talent, but I just think at the beginning of the season we weren't really all working together and it was kind of just like a 1v1 and everybody wanted to do their own thing.
Yeah.
Um, but I think after we got that talk, I think all realized that we all need to start working with each other and
Hmm.
coming together
It
as a
has
team.
paid off handsomely. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
ended strong. How did you going into the district playoffs? And again, you beat Bethel Park to clinch a playoff berth, so you were low on the totem pole coming into the 5A playoffs, which are always a lot of fun. Before we get to the district playoffs, though, how did you feel your season went? Your regular season? Were you satisfied? Were you pleased with maybe your game took the same direction as the team where it struggled early on, but then sort of clicked in near the end?
Yeah, I definitely think as a team wise, I think we weren't I don't think I'm satisfied with the beginning of the year, but I think there's always another year for me, and I think we can always come back stronger. But I think, um, sorry, I'm blanking.
No.
I just think like we needed to work together, and I think at the end of the season it all came together, and I think I'm definitely satisfied with the second round of
Yeah.
our season, but not the first.
Never apologize for blanking on this program because I do it all the time. So there you go. So let me get to the district playoffs. You guys are the 12th seed,
Hmm.
probably where you should have been actually, considering again the regular season struggles. But you had to know in your heart, especially with the way you guys finished the regular season, that we're going to surprise some people, and you did. You knock off Plum in round 1, and you knock off Baldwin, 2 pretty good teams
Hmm.
in the quarterfinals. Once you guys got that first victory over Plum, did you feel, hey, we can make some noise in this tournament?
Yeah, we obviously weren't picked to win that game, so it was definitely an upset. But I think that it definitely put us in a right spot, and I think our mindset was back. I think we felt like we could actually win and do some damage to other teams. So yeah.
You beat Plum, you beat Baldwin, you get back to this WPIAL semifinals where you run into South Fayette.
Hmm.
Again, the team that you guys flip-flopped victories with a year ago. They beat you pretty good, 66 to 27.
Yeah.
What's the mood of the locker room afterward? Obviously disappointment because your run at back-to-back WPL championships just came to an end. But was there a workman-like mentality that, hey, this season's not over and, we just need to forget about this. Let's flush it and get back to work?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely were upset that we lost. We really wanted to beat them, but we were hoping that we could see them again, and we are seeing them again.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can play better. I don't think as a team fully we played well against them. But I definitely think we can come out stronger next time we play them, and we're definitely excited to see them again.
I know I saw bits and pieces yesterday at Peters Township. They had their hands full for the first half against Baldwin before they pull away. As a student of the game, I assume you like to watch film.
Yeah.
So when you're watching and you see South Fayette struggle against Trinity in the WPIAL playoffs, you see South Fayette struggle against Baldwin in the first half of the state playoffs. Do you try to see if there's a common denominator and see if you guys are able to exploit that?
Yeah, definitely.
Don't give
We
it.
actually
Don't
already
give any
watched.
trade secrets away
I
now.
know, I know.
Okay.
We
All right.
watched some of their film already, but I think most teams scout anyways, so I don't think that's a secret. Um, but yeah, we're definitely looking. We have a couple plans, but
Okay. Yeah. No, we don't want you giving giving them any fodder. They don't need any, to be honest with you. They're
yeah,
they're pretty darn good. So
yeah, definitely.
um, you regroup in after the loss to South Fayette and into the PIAA state playoffs. Round one, you get on one of those great long bus rides to the center of the
Yeah.
state, uh, Susquehannock. You beat them in overtime, 46-41. Just talk about surviving the bus ride and the Susquehannock in overtime.
Yeah, bus ride definitely made us kind of tired, I feel, but still had to come and play. But I think we came out flat the first quarter, but we turned it around a little bit, and then um I actually got in foul trouble that game, so we had to switch, and my teammates did well on the player I was guarding. But I definitely think we did not play our best game, but we still came out with a win, and I'm glad we came out with a win. Um, but yeah, we all worked as a team, and we all came out together.
Especially this time of year, you get into the district playoffs, but especially in the state playoffs where there's no net. We lose, we're done. The season's
Mhm.
over. Um, what are you thinking about in a game like Susquehannock where it goes into, time's ticking away, headed to the end of regulation, you're tied, and now you're getting ready for overtime? Are there nerves? Is there excitement? Are you amped up? What are you thinking about in the huddle before overtime even begins?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how we just need to win, and we need to come out strong and play as hard as we can just to get this win with, and then move on the road and focus on the next game.
Is it tough at the end of because you've worked hard already? You guys
Hmm.
play a pretty strong defensive game, and that takes some energy out of you.
Yeah.
But as a soccer player, I'm sure that you could go 8 overtimes if need be. But do you ever hit a wall physically and um, start to run out of gas a little bit, or is that not an issue with you?
I mean, definitely sometimes. I just think there's always a mindset to keep working, and there's only a certain time where you can go to. So I think once you're over, you can rest after that. But I think there's always a mindset to keep going and keep winning, just to help your team out.
Yeah, I like that. I like that way of thinking. Second round, you get a matchup with Manheim Central, another District 3 team. No overtime needed. You guys took care of them uh,
Hmm.
rather handily, 54-32. You
Yeah.
ended up with 10 points. Bree ends up with 18 points to lead the way. Big second quarter. You guys are up by 5 heading into the second quarter. You outscore them 15-2. What was the key to that second quarter and really blowing their doors off?
Yeah, I definitely think, again, as a team, we worked very hard, especially on defense, make them turn over the ball, pressure the ball. And I think on offense, we just moved the ball and kept moving. And I think honestly, we just worked as a team again, like really well that game. And I think Bree shot well. She did very well. Madden definitely stepped up too, made some big plays. And then Jordan, of course, definitely defensively was very good.
Yeah, Madden with 11. I mentioned you had 10. Jordan also with 10.
Yeah.
Um, Jordan Welsh, Bree Moriel,
Yeah.
and Madden
Mel.
Mel. Okay. My apologies, Madden. All parts of that big win over Mannheim Central get you guys to the quarterfinals, and yet another nail biter. I'm sure this isn't doing much for Coach Steve's blood pressure, but nonetheless, when you win, a lot of that angst is taken away. York Suburban, the District 3 champions, you get a crack at them, and you guys come out on top in overtime, 52-48, a nail biter all the way through.
Yeah.
What stood out about the victory? What were some of the keys to you guys ending up with another W?
Yeah, I think again we moved the ball very well. York Suburban is definitely a very good team, so I think we definitely were focused more mostly on the defensive side, but they had all of them could do something. They were all different players. I think we just all came out. We all had a mindset, and we all had somebody to guard, and we knew who we were guarding and how they played. So we just came out and just worked as hard as we could.
What's the toughest thing for this Indians team right now to handle from an opponent? Is it a smaller but quicker team? Is it a team with some size, or is it, like you described, York Suburban, a team that really can do a lot of both?
I definitely think height wise, like team with size, definitely would struggle with, and then a guard that's like kind of like taller. I think we struggle with too because our guards aren't very tall, and we don't really have we have a post, and then we have Jordan, but I just think we struggle with guards like that.
Madden Mel with 17, but you led all scorers with 20 points. What was working for you on Saturday?
Yeah, I think my teammates got me the ball. They set screens for me. Definitely got me open ways. They cut through the lane, make me have a double gap. I think just moving off the ball really for me and getting the defense confused really helped me too. But Madden came up big too. She made her shots. She did well.
Do you feel early on, whether you have it or not, like during warmups, can you tell if this is going to be a good high scoring game for me, or this is a game where maybe I don't have my shot and I'm going to have to rely on other aspects of my game?
For me, it's kind of like the first play of the game, or like my first shot that goes up. I kind of get the feel of what's going on, but yeah.
Did you guys lose somebody early in that game against York Suburban?
Yeah, Jordan Welsh.
Oh, is she? Again, you don't have to get into it, but is she all right? Nothing serious, or?
We don't know yet.
Okay, all right, that's fair. We wish her well. Whether it's something quickly that she can turn around from, or not. So you Tuesday, you don't have to worry about any of those long bus rides anymore. You get to, at least not now. If you win, you'll have another long bus ride to Chocolate Town. Bethel Park High School, where you guys are very familiar with. You guys get to play South Fayette. Again, we talked about the Lions and how good they are. So it's a tall task, but it's one that you guys it sounds like are up for the fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's not going to be an easy out.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Whoever, both ways, right? For South Fayette or for Peters Township, Tuesday, 7:00. Check it out if you have the opportunity. Good girls basketball matchup locally at Bethel Park between the Indians and the Lions. Now, the McCullough name, you're still kind of making your identity, and you're a two-sport athlete, which we'll talk about in a moment. But you got a couple brothers that preceded you at Peters Township with great athletic success. Brennan and Nick both played football, both played basketball at Peters Township. They're both playing football at the next level at Carnegie Mellon University. You said they're doing pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you Carnegie Mellon you got to have a little something up here, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so they obviously do. You hesitated when I asked you off the air, but we'll assume that they do. What about you? How are you in the classroom?
Good. I had all A's actually last two quarters, so
Oh, that's all you can ask for.
yeah, I had all A's and one B, but the B was in Spanish.
Como está?
Muy bien.
There you go. That's about I had 4 years of it. And that's about the extent I can of what I can handle. Um, so, um, do you have any subject that you really enjoy?
I kind of enjoy math
Yeah.
or I enjoy history.
What aspect of history? History goes back a long way. What's your sweet spot as far as what you enjoy learning about?
Probably like we're learning about World War II right now, and
Okay.
it's definitely very interesting to learn
Yeah.
about.
Okay. Um, when now I mentioned you're a two-sport star. You said you were pretty good. We'll call you a star. Basketball and soccer. I asked you before we got started, will you play basketball at the next level? You hesitate. You were not sure, and that's good because you're still
Hmm.
very young. Um, so when it's fall, you love playing soccer. When it's winter, you love playing basketball, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
When did you start playing each sport? How old were you?
I definitely started basketball when I was way younger than I did soccer. I probably started basketball at like 4 or 5,
Yeah.
and then soccer I probably started at maybe like 7.
So your brothers are playing,
Hmm.
and you're probably being dragged to their games at a young age. So
Yeah.
you probably thought to yourself, "Well, I might as well get to know this thing that
Hmm.
they're doing." Um, what got you interested into soccer?
Actually, I remember it. I was in my kitchen and my dad was like, so one of my dad's friends that I'm friends with, like his daughter, they asked if I wanted to do club soccer and I just said yeah and then I just kept playing. I don't know.
So if your dad's friend would have said, "Hey, do you want to jump off this bridge?" What would you just say? Yeah, okay.
No.
All
Me
right. Well, I
maybe.
just wanted to find out. Are you like so you're a two sport athlete. Um, do you like to how do I want to ask this? Um, if you're playing soccer, and yeah, I know that all the fields are nice and fancy now, turf fields, but if
Hmm.
you're playing old school grass and you're out there and it starts pouring down rain and you got mud from head to toe, that's not going to bother you, is it?
No, not really.
No. In fact, you will be looking for a big puddle and hoping the ball goes near that big puddle, right?
Maybe if I don't have a long car ride.
that, yeah, but it's not your car, right?
Yeah, but then I'm all like disgusting.
Yeah, well, no, okay. Uh, so, what else do you like to do besides soccer and basketball? What else? When I know that eats up a
um,
lot of your time, but
yeah. I like pickleball. I love pickleball
you
actually.
any good at it?
According to my brothers, no, but I think I am.
So you could beat if you could beat them 1-on-1.
Depends on the day.
Oh no, you're going to say that you're good at it, you got to step up. I
Yeah.
assume they're pretty good at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was pretty good at it, and then I watched my grandkids play, and I was like, "No, nah, I'm not that good at it. I'm really not that good at it."
Yeah.
So pickleball, okay, that's good, and that's um, have you ever had any from athletics, any serious injuries?
I did. I tore my meniscus.
Ooh.
last
How'd you do
summer
that?
or this summer technically. I was in California playing soccer, and I just tore it.
How long did that take to come back from?
Like 5 to 6 months.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes, that's big time. You-
I just came back. So the start of the season, actually, I didn't play much because I was still limited on my
yeah.
playing time. Yeah.
So you missed the entire Peters Township fall soccer.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah.
that had to be tough.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. It's all right.
that's all right. So how do you feel now? How's it feel?
Good. I'm back to normal, I feel.
Do you think that it's? I mean, was there any mental worries on your part when you first started amping up things physically?
Um, a little bit. I think I was definitely timid at first, but
Yeah.
I think I'm only timid whenever I was like thinking about it or just standing there. But whenever I was like going, I didn't really like think about it. But
When you got
definitely
hurt,
didn't help.
was it a lot of pain?
Yeah. I actually played on it for like the whole half for like 10 more minutes after that, which was the half. Um, but yeah, I definitely knew something was wrong.
But you didn't think it was that bad if you kept playing.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't really like run or like come to like a complete stop. Like I could run, I just couldn't like stop real hard. Um, but yeah,
Would you have been able to do a bicycle kick for a goal?
no,
No. Did you ever have you ever done that?
no.
No. What have you ever scored on a corner kick?
Yeah, that's like one of my strengths.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Now, what's the rule? Because I've done soccer games as far as
hmm
broadcasting them, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know the game in and out.
Yeah,
There are just like with a free kick, there are times where you can try to score, and then there are times you can't. You're not allowed to
yeah.
try to score.
Uh-huh.
Can you explain that to me?
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know either. Um, I know it's like I've never known this. It's like it's like indirect or direct, but I honestly don't know which one is which.
Okay, well, you just you you just when it happens, and they say indirect kick. You're like you just whisper to the official, "Am I allowed to score?" And then you go,
I
you
kind
go.
of just go with the flow and
There
just see
you
what's
go.
going on.
That's the way to go through life. To be honest with you, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Um, Taylor, appreciate the time, appreciate the visit. Great getting to know you a little bit. It sounds like we'll be maybe chatting again. Hopefully, knock on wood, you stay healthy and you're able to flourish in both basketball and soccer. Good luck
Thank
Tuesday.
you.
You
Thank you.
guys have your hands full, but you've done it
Definitely.
before, so why not do it again as you
Yeah.
take on South Fayette? Go get them.
Yeah. Thank you.
WPIAL Girls Basketball Player of the Week, Taylor McCullough, talented sophomore. She's already getting offers as a 10th grader. That's how good she is. Whether she plays college hoops or college soccer remains to be seen. But we wish her and the Indians well. We thank her. We thank Edgar Snyder and Associates, our sponsor. We thank our producer, Chris Lackner, as well. I'm Don Rebel. Thank you for joining us on the road to Hershey here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.